All right, Tristan, let's go ahead and pick up your cello. The first thing we're going to do is posture, so I just want you to hold out your cello like this, okay? And now I want you to put your feet just 3 inches from each of the legs of the chair. All right, now I want you to sit down and place your butt on the edge of the chair. Now, guess what you just did? You're just going to bring your cello to your chest. Now what we're looking for here is we want this peg right here to be an inch behind our neck. Yep, just like that. And then you want your cello to be resting on your chest and mainly on your legs. So you want this part of the cello to be resting on the inside of your leg, and then this point's going to be resting on this side. Your cello is going to be slightly angled to your left. It's not going to be directly centered on your body. Yep, looks really good. Awesome. Your feet are flat. Awesome. Can you hug your cello like this for me? Just rock back and forth. Yeah, bear hug rock. Awesome. You feel comfortable like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're just going to pluck some strings. We're going to do a pizzicato plucking. So can you go like this with your fingers? Like this? All right, and now keeping the same formation, I want you to put your thumb on the fingerboard right there. I want you to pluck the highest string, the A string. And now pluck the D string, the second highest string. Nice, okay. So we're going to play quarter notes on these strings. We're going to play 4 on the A string and then 4 on the D string. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you want to do that together?
Sure.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome, just like that. Perfect. I know I didn't say twice, but you know, working with me as we go. Okay, that sounds good. So that is our pizzicato plucking. So next, let's go over our hand positions. We're going to be going into, we're going to use our left hand. We're just going to go over first position. So I want you to take your hand and go like this. Just drop it. And then I want you to bring that to the cello. And I want your thumb to be on the back part of the neck, right in the center. And I want you to place your first finger on the A string, that's the highest string on that first piece of tape. Now I want you to place your fourth finger, your pinky, on the second piece of tape, and then just plop your middle 2 fingers down in between those on that A string. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so now we're going to do what we just did with the pizzicato plucking, and we're just going to go, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, open, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is going to be the first 4 notes of our D major scale. So just again, we're going to start with 4, 3, 1, open. And while you're doing this, I want you to think about the space between your finger and the fingerboard. So it's just as minimal space as possible when you're lifting your fingers. And also another thing to think about is when you're playing on the 4th, you want to have all of your fingers down. So then when you switch to 3rd, your finger is already on the third note, so you don't have to replace anything. Okay, so let's try and play those 4 notes. We're gonna do 4 quarter notes on each, and yeah. All right, so let's do that. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 1. Yeah. Awesome. Sounds really good. So now we're gonna do that same exact thing, but we're just gonna switch over to the D string, the next string right there. Yeah, awesome. So we're just gonna do the same thing, the same exact thing, just on a different string, okay? So when you're plucking, try and pluck a little higher on the fingerboard. If we're plucking down here, we're going to get that really gritty sound, so we want to pluck up here. Okay? Alright, so let's do the same thing, just on the D string. So we'll do 4 quarter notes for each note. Alright? 1, 2, ready, go. elbows down and you're not hovering over and you're really relaxed and you have a nice arc in your fingers, which is really nice because with violin and viola technique, your tendency is to slant your fingers. So you really have a natural cello finger
Hear
technique.
that, Dr. Yoon?
All right, so now we're gonna add those two together. So we're gonna play still 4 notes on each, 4 quarter notes on each note, but we're gonna go down the whole scale. That, okay, so let's do that now. We're gonna start on the high string, the A string. We're gonna go through the whole entire D major scale, okay? All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just a couple things. Again, this, just try and keep your fingers in so they're not just way out here. Just keep them nice and tucked in. And then again, with your fingers coming off the fingerboard, just make sure you're not coming way up here. Just keep it pretty low. You don't have to be like a millimeter above the strings, but just keep it in between like an inch or so. Alright, so that is our D major string with the pizzicato technique. And that looks really good. So now let's go ahead and set our cellos down. We're gonna set them down nice and gently like that.
You're at 7 minutes.
Alright. Alright, so let's each grab a bow right now. And I want you to hold the bow just like this with your left hand. Okay, so now we're going to go over the bow holding technique. So I want you to take your right hand and we're gonna put our middle finger right on this metal piece right here. Awesome. And then we're gonna put our thumb right in this little groove on the frog. Okay, and then I want you to place your pointer finger and just rest it over, leaning to the left. And then you can take your ring and pinky finger and just set them comfortably on the rest of the palm. So yeah, it looks naturally perfect already.
Not like I've done this before.
So yeah, so that's gonna be our bow technique. Now, yours looks pretty good. So, all right, now just hold your bow like this again, and I'll just go straight to that holding position. Nice, looks really good. Can you hold your bow like this? All right, yeah, you got the little lean to the left as well. That's awesome. Okay, now I want you to just hold your bow like this, and take your right hand and just flop it, just floppy. All right, now keeping that same wrist bend, I want you to hold the bow in that same position. You can bend your wrist a little more, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be our cello bowing technique. That's how we're going to bow. So when we're bowing, we're obviously bowing left to right. So can you just do this with me and just go left to right? And while we're doing this, think about more of a wrist motion. Roll up my sleeve here. More of a wrist motion, moving left to right instead of your whole arm moving like this. So you want the joints in this muscle to be moving, and a little bit in the elbow as well. But you don't want to be moving your whole entire shoulder. It's more of a base technique, which we will get to next week in our lesson, Tristan. So yeah, so you're just gonna be using more of a wrist technique. And you wanna, of course, keep the bow parallel to the strings, so you're not getting any weird sliding noises. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up our cellos now. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, we're just going to play on the D string, so that's our second highest string. Yep, posture looks good, awesome, very natural. Alright, so let's just put some pressure on the D string, and so we're just, when we're in playing position, you already are doing it, but just to go over it, we want to be on the back end of the bow, on the hairs, towards the frogs, because that's where we're always going to start. So when we start playing, we have the whole bow to work with. Alright, I'm just gonna scoot over so we got some more room here. Okay, so we're just gonna go on the D string. We're just gonna do 4 quarter notes. And while we're doing quarter notes, I want us to use just the quarter of the bow, the bottom quarter of the bow. So it's gonna sound like this. We just play 4 quarter notes. Just like that. So while you're doing this, keep your shoulder down. Make sure you're using the wrist motion, and then keep your bow parallel to or perpendicular to the strings, so you're not getting any sliding motion with that. Okay. So let's try just 4 quarter notes on the D string using just the bottom quarter of the bow. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So while you're bowing, your bow is actually going to be slightly angled. Yeah. So your bow is kind of sliding a little bit up and down the strings. So to fix that, just make sure you're drawing a straight line with your wrist. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, so just focus on making it as straight as possible, which is going to be that wrist motion that we were talking about earlier. Alright, let's do it one more time. Just on the D string with 4 quarter notes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, now let's do it on the A string. So for this, it's going to be slightly different. We're going to be angling our bow in more. So it's going to just, instead of being exactly perpendicular, it's going to angle towards us more. Yeah, just like that. And then make sure your hand is leaning to the left of the bow, so you can get a nice pressure on the string. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. All right, so let's do 4 quarter notes on the A string now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that looks good. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do whole notes on the D string, or half notes on the D string. So we're going to be using half of our bow. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so let's do 4 half notes on the D string. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. You're still sliding a bit up and down, so just drop your shoulder and just relax. And just really just draw that straight line. And you should go from like a bent wrist to a bit more of an extension of your wrist. Alright, let's do that one more time. We'll do the half notes on the D string. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that looks a lot better already. Okay, now let's do the same thing on the A string, just so we can get that feel for the slightly more angle. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, awesome. So that already looks really good. So now let's go ahead and start playing with the bow. So we're going to do what we did with the pizzicato earlier. We're going to play our D major scale, but we're going to do it with our bow. You think we can just jump right into the whole scale with the bow?
I think so.
Alright. So we're going to do 4 notes on each, or four bows on each note, just like we do with pizzicato. Alright? And just quarter notes. Okay?
Starting on which string?
Starting on the A string. So we're going to start at the bottom of the D major scale, and we're going to go to the top.
The top to the bottom.
We're going to top to bottom. Sorry, I had that backwards. Yes. Wow. It's been a long day.
I said that last time too.
Okay, so we're going to go just like we did with pizzicato. Alright? 4 quarter notes for each note. Alright. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was really good overall. The only thing was the transition from the A string to the D string. But that will just come with practice, just moving string to string. To work on that, you can just kind of manually move string to string just like this, just kind of bouncing back and forth. So yeah, let's do that one more time, and then I think we can wrap up this lesson for today, okay? So same thing, one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Yeah, sounds really good. You know, you're a professional cello player already. Yeah, good job, Tristan.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. I'll see you next week on bass.
All right.
Yeah.